Open your mind. Wide. Wider. Wider still. More, please. There now. Awaken to the peculiar, and never shall you be bored again. This announcement brought to you by...
Hey everybody, it's Deluxe and Fletchman77's in the house for the first time. Good to see you, man. Thanks for capping up, getting all in the mood and all that. Hey, so we're going to be playing RDW. This deck was pretty awesome during the summer, then it fell off. Has blog games against Stompy and Boros. Stompy, you got to have a lot of like bolt and removal early. Boros, you just lose. So in our fashion of the last 2 months, I'm sure that's all we're going to face today. But regardless, I wanted to try this out. We run 17 basics. I was tempted to run 18, but a lot of the best 5.0 lists seem to have that count. So I went with that. There's the only change I made from the standard is in the sideboard. We'll get to that in a minute. We run 4 Bushwhackers, 4 Cohorts, 4 Jackal Familiars, 4 Lightning Bolts, 4 Conscripts, 4 Mudbrawlers, 4 Valley Dashers, BTEs are in the 4, and we got 3 Heelcutters. For our spells, we got 2 Reckless Abandon, which lets you sacrifice a creature to do 4. 2 Fireblast, which does 4 no matter what, sacrifice 2 mountains, and then we have 4 saving cards or last minute crunch spells in Mutagenic Growth. Now, this is really good at saving creatures. What I've found with this deck is that you got bad matchups against Boros and Hexproof. So in our sideboard, normally this list is pretty standard. It runs 4 Electrickeries. We're running 3. Because we want 2 Martyr of Ashes, and usually there's 3 Pyroblast, but I cut that to 2 and Electrickery to 3. Rounding out, we have 3 Flame Slash, 3 Gorilla Shamans, and 2 Flaring Pains. So, Kunstfreisen, Woots, let's go. All right, so we're all set up, and hopefully we'll face everything except Boros and Hexproof. But as we all know and love, we're probably just going to see just that, the way my luck's been running the last few weeks. But I've had a few 4-1s with 2 4-1s with this, 3 2s with it, and everything else been gravy. So we will keep this. Hopefully we run into a Valley Dasher. If BTE made double red, this deck would be 5% better, and it's already pretty good. So hey, this is kind of cool. He's arresting us, and we have no targets for him. So that feels pretty good. Going against Sergeant Floyd. Oops, sorry about this, guys. Let me almost got a little carried away there. I was about to just start playing, and then you guys wouldn't have seen anything. Got to readjust here. Hey, Olesh in the house. Chiming in. All right. Twitch chat overlay is gone. Yeah, I just fixed. Sorry for the delay there, guys. This Twitch is always battling me with all these little... Oh, this is great. This is great. So it's kind of cool here. I mean, if he disfigures this, that's cool. But regardless, we're going to be able to swing for probably 4 next turn, and then it'll be good times after that. So Jackal Familiar is definitely the worst card in the deck. If you can ever lead off with anything else, it's a good idea. But as we can see here, BTE is made for this. But again, sometimes that green's left floating there, and the only times that you can use it with the Mutagenic Growth, you don't want to, because it kind of signals that, hey, look, I've got answers. We'll bring out the Mudbrawler, and just like that, I mean, we could hit for 8 if we wanted to commit suicide, but unless he's got something pretty cool, the game's feeling good already. Goblin Heelcutter, boy, I'm so tempted to run 4 of those, but you know, once you have one, you're kind of set. So, and it being at the dash cost of 3, it's so key. There's so many 3 drops that are 2/2s, like namely right on cue this, that when they do finally get up a little bit of a defense here, you're swinging for a what is this? A ball lightning, right? Plus another one. You can set things aside pretty quickly there. Kunstfreisen says Twitch. Oh, there we go. Little fights in the house. All right, so that kind of sucks this part, but it's all right. We still get to trade here, and hopefully we can turn off any sort of Gary shenanigans early on. This is probably going to be a pretty fast show. If he doesn't block here, do we have lethal? That's 14. Yeah, we do. So we might still have it, depending on what he blocks. What's he going to do here? Come on, sucker. What you got? Yeah, that's probably the best block there. Takes 8. He's down to 7. I think we got this one. We'll see. Game 1 anyway, MBC. And you know, in theory, this seems like it'd be a bad matchup, but it hasn't been so far. Up a game against Mono Black Control. So against Mono Black, we're kind of pre-boarded against this. My only regret would probably be I don't want to be holding Reckless Abandon when a Chittering Rat's lock starts happening. So I'm going to bring in 2 Flame Slashes, and I'm going to actually get rid of, well, you know, the same argument goes there because those are sorcery speed. So, but they're kind of more proactive. I'm going to go with that. We're going to lose the Abandons. Try to use the Flame Slashes early. We could bring in Gorilla Shaman just to eat Edict Bait, but we have plenty of stuff there. Might want to argue that we could just bring this in for Edict Bait, Block Bait. Maybe, you know what, that might actually be a better call, because what's neat about Martyr, it's like you look at it and you go, what the hell is this doing? And RDW, Red Deck wins, whatever you want to call it. If you play your cards right and you know what your opponent's on games 2 and 3, you can just slow play this, let them overexert themselves, plop, and then all your stuff has haste anyway. So that's the theory anyway. So little fights in the house. All right, and Shahrazamon, good to see you guys. Everybody catch the top of the show. I got a new little thing up there. A shout out to the veterans and a new intro. So, you know what, let's just mix it up. We'll put 1 Ash, 1 Flame Slash, and hope for the best. Not that we're going to try to wipe the board, but you never know if Chittering Rats, we have a real bad draw, goes crazy, we might be able to reset the board with that. So whenever given this idea, this should be obvious, but if you're new to the deck, it might not be. You always want to play your Mogg Conscripts before Jackal Familiar, mainly being you can always attack with this. This one, you got to wait a turn or have a haste dude behind it. That's all. Pretty rudimentary here, but I've been having a lot of fun with this deck this week. Like I said, it always at least breaks even. Famous last words, right? The old the Twitch prophecies, right? And whenever you're given a chance to play like double conscripts, don't, because of things like Echoing Decay, Echoing Truth. These things happen. If we don't get disfigured here, we might be in good shape. Oh, good. Hey, we might be able to actually... This is kind of like a Fireblast a turn deck. It can get pretty ridiculous pretty fast. I still have yet to do more than 2 Burning-Tree Emissaries at once. They just don't seem to go down that way now. Let's see. We could BTE into Valley Dasher, swing for 4. Yeah, I think that's probably the case. We'll rock with this as long as we can. I try to do this whenever I can use the green. I hate having that extra one out there. And I actually prefer the Cohort over the Dasher because turn 3 he's going to be able to block. So I'm going to bring this out because we can always sit back and not choose to attack. So whenever you're playing against this deck and you want to block something, it's probably good to not block the Valley Dasher because they have to attack. And so if you got a big fatty, you can just sit back and they have to sack it anyway. So normally we got Mutagenic Growth for these kind of shenanigans, but not this time. Boink, boink, boink. DNG sounds been gimped for 2 episodes now, finally working. I don't know what that means. DNG sounds. I was late, sorry, cooking. Didn't realize in time. Hey, you spelt realize like I say it. All right, so we have this. This kind of sucks. I'll put this down. I'm just gonna. This is just gonna be clobbering time. Unless he's got Crypt Rats, I'm going to try to make him pay for at least keep the Chittering Rat shenanigans at bay here. So I want to double cast these just because. Let's see. We'll put this out. Same echoing reasoning. So if we do draw another land next turn, we can kind of exhaust our hand. That's why I went with those 2. He just got. These are just cannon fodder. He paid 3 for his. We paid 0.5 for ours with the BTE mass. So it's all good. Go like this. Hopefully there's not an unearth here. At 16. Oh, this guy. All right. We'll go from here. Same sort of thing if I drop, I grab Bushwhacker, Mountain. I'm just going to go from here. For some reason, people tend to like to block this because it costs 2, I think, and they think they're getting more of their money's worth. But, you know, if he's got anything worth anything next turn, that's going to, I don't know. I would probably block the Jackal here. But what do I know? Down for making some money when he's playing Gobs. Oh, yeah. Well, this is more red deck wins. What's really nice about this deck is that you'll notice Electrickery or Shrivel almost doesn't have any staying power against this deck. About the only thing it hits is a what do you call it, the Mudbrawler Cohort, if it's not kicked, or kicked, that's the wrong terminology, but you know what I mean, or a Bushwhacker. But outside of that, it feels pretty resilient. Been having some really good games against Delver, no doubt, with 3 or 4 Electrickeries in the sideboard. So, oops, gotta write down our averages here. Yeah, Crypt Rats, there it is. But again, it's gonna be kind of hurting for certain. This is when we want... Darn, I've got to cast that. Now, if he's going to take it all, that will be 6. Then I'll have to do 2 for that. You know what? What do you say? Actually, I really want to come in with the damage here. I'm going to do it. He can't block here, so it would have really been nice to have a hasty dude there, but we'll at least get him down to where he's got to kind of exhaust his turn and go for it. And we can always draw a Lightning Bolt or a lot of our other spells. Watch we grab Flame Slash, be like, damn it. Mike Man's in the house. What's up? Hey, look at this. He blocks. What sort of treachery is this? Ooh, nice little tech there. Look at this little saving grace. Dark Ritual. Who saw that coming? I didn't. Gonna plop. Hit for 8. All right. Ooh. Coffee overload. As usual as with Fridays. All right. Who puts them on? Sitting on a Gary or a Tendrils? Well, all right. We'll drop this. We'll drop this. And then do nothing. I just want to get away from Chittering Rat's crap. We're already 2 cards down because of that damn rat. Hey, no Echoing Decay, please. What's he got? Tendrils? That looks like Tendrils math to me. Hey-oh. Not too bad. Here we are. Yep. All right. How's everything looking and sounding, guys? I'm still a little, what do you call? Preoccupied, worried, whatever you want to say about it with the new PC and such. All right, now we're entering the dead days. Now Flame Slash wouldn't be too bad. I have, I had a new build. I almost played it today. It's a mono blue deck, but it's not, it doesn't have any artifacts, and it doesn't have, it didn't have any counter spells, and it didn't have any Delver, but it was, I 3-2'd with it, and then I 2-3'd with it, and that took the fire out of it for me, so I was like, whatever. All right. You know what? I am going to attack into this just because I'm afraid of another Gary behind this. I don't want the life to start swinging. I can always grab a haste creature. Nope, he doesn't block. Yeah, he's probably got a Gary. It's going to be a 6-point swing, and I'm probably tossing the second game here. I don't think the Martyr's the play there. Because if I draw it now, we want to be hell-bent against Chittering Rats anyway. You can just sense this guy is sitting on a Tendrils. Just the carelessness of not wanting to block and such. There's definitely an answer here. We hope it's something as simple as a disfigure, but it's probably not. No, look at that. 4. All right. It's going to hit for 4, and then what? 2, 4, 6 us with another Gary. Yep, here it is. All right. All right, so we're 1-1. Nice. I thought we had that one. A nice Dark Ritual and a Crypt Rats. Who the hell saw that coming? Okay, so I'm going to lose the Flame Slash. I'm going to keep the Martyr, just not for the sweep aspect, just to have a creature out to eat stuff. So I'm just going to bring them both in. Again, we're not bringing them into... I mean, it could happen. They could get off to the races real fast, but for right now, we're just using that to trigger things like the Cohort or the Jackal Familiar at the point being right now. Whereas when this deck does run 3 Pyroblasts and 4 Electrickeries, we kind of wouldn't really have anything other than maybe Gorilla Shamans to bring in. And that might not even be the case. It's just against a deck that's trying to remove everything. And with Chittering Rats, I don't want to be stuck holding Reckless Abandon and help fuel the sacrifice nature there. So that's my logic anyway. Dun, 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 dun. Uno 337 F the what? Gruel Infect is my new favorite jam. Oh, have you tried it? Let me know how it's working for you. That's I I've got pretty big cojones when it comes to just putting my money where my mouth is online and hoping for a 3-2 or better, but I still have yet to do it with that one. All right, yuck. What a gross hand. Mulligan that. Keep this. Hey, this could get ugly quick. We got plenty of mana. Put that on the bottom. And don't be shy of keeping one land hands with this deck. It's kind of a common thing. But here's an example, too, of like, this is right when you'd want this to make double red. If that made double red, this would just be insane. But wins out of nowhere. But 4 letters. Yeah, the Lotus Petal, it's like normally that's like a 2 or a 3 of, and people don't think much of it. But man, it can really, it makes it feel not flooded and not screwed. I don't know what your opinion is of it, but that's how I felt, because it was like I'd always have fuel when I needed it, but not too much, and I wouldn't get flooded, and just really liked it. All right, so outside of a double disfigure here, if he's got one now and one later, or never, heck with this guy, maybe he's got Dark Ritual triple disfigure, and we're off to the races. Triceratops in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, it's a good time, I think, to get Lotus Petals. I remember back in the day, boy, those were like pricey. Come on, why couldn't that have been a goblin? Let's go. Kind of a swing and don't look back sort of deck. All right, this is a pretty easy decision. We'll kill this, but this is already looking a little grim if he's got like a chittering rats right here. I mean, we're kind of got a dead draw, and he's at, he's going to be at what, 15? That's nothing. Should be at like 12 or 9 by now, but nice well-timed disfigure and guess verdict. We're up against it. No chittering rats. Okay, that's better. So we can at least attack and block here. That's cool. I like this. We'll drop this with dash because we at least have a lightning bolt every turn. This is easily my favorite card in the deck. I've always loved Heelcutter. When I run goblins, I've been always very tempted. You know what? I'm not even going to... I'm going to say this can't block because I want him to block with the Crypt Rats. I'd like that to die. Give him the option to screw himself over. I'm sure he's not going to take it. Nice little psychological warfare there. Hey-oh. But he's got to at least use 2 of those up this turn. I mean, he can hit us for 1. So added 2 Corpse Core to the sideboard because it makes me feel better regarding the red-green effect says Uno 337 FTW. I can let stuff die, but I haven't really needed it with the haste and reckless charge. Yeah, I found that too. My first build did run Corpse Core because I'm a big fan of that kind of constant pressure with Infect. But like you said, you've got to kind of tweak your mentality when it comes to playing standard Infect. It's all about that, sneaky win, just out of the blue sort of thing. Digging it. All right, well, if I, that's tough. I'm not going to give him more ammo. I'm just going to hit him for 3 here. Boink. I mean, we can always, like he's going to do it this, well, he might do it in this main phase. He's going to take 3 or do it. Let's see. Going to drop it. Okay. That's fine. And now we will hard cast 1 of the Heelcutters. And then next turn we'll be able to dash the other one. Yeah, Corpse Core is pretty cool, especially when you got the mana for it. Sometimes though, like in a game like this, you're sitting there holding it and it's like, it's just lock out. Those chittering rats tend to show up when they're least invited. Least invited? Who says that? Guess I just did. And what is this? Sergeant Floyd. Oh, that's the Grand Symbiote, whatever you call it. All right, so it looks like we got this one outside of a an issue with what do you call, some sort of life gain technology here. We'll say that can't block. Go from here. Yeah, double can't block. How you like them apples? Whack, pop, pop. Boop. And I'm just going to empty it. Bring this back. Up. There we go. He's at 1. Let's see. Swamp into... No, I don't think that does it either. Yeah, because we can make something not block here. Hey-oh. All right. So we're up a game. 1-0. We'll just jump right into the next one here. Probably shouldn't be too long of a tournament today just because of the... white borders for the win. Just because of the nature of the deck. I mean, this plays right up there with goblins. Or actually, goblins can be incredibly slow and grindy. And it's fascinating to me. I was real flustered last Sunday night. Oh, shout out to Nichols too for doing a lot better with slivers than I did. But just kind of had one of those diminishing returns towards the end of the tournament last weekend. I was like, love the list still, just was running bad. And then so I was like, screw it. I feel like playing goblins because my youngest and I were playing on the table, and I was like, I had some time. I was like, I'm going to just sleeve that up and go for it. Man, I went like 1-4 with it. It was bad. I just ran into just buzzsaws of like bad metagame choices and such. And Boros is just, it can shred. And that's what we don't want to face here. We do not want to run into Boros. We do not want to run into Hexproof. And Stompy definitely has our number a little bit. But like I said, if you draw well-timed lightning bolts early and you're able to kind of keep them on their heels, you can pull it off. I'm actually about 3-2 against them, but I can tell that I'm not supposed to win that one overall, so we'll go from there. So let me go over the list real quick in case anybody's late to joining us. Oh, never mind. Here we go with the match. Boink. Off to the races. So we took down Mono Black Control, which is cool. Privinex, no, another. We faced him last week and he clobbered us. Keep this. At least, we're not even on the draw. At least versus a tournament regular, you think you might be able to win the dice roll, but no such luck. This is when we do want to be playing standard goblins with Death Spark and such. This guy tends to want to play at the same time we do. But this is a new week on a new deck. We shall see. All right. Boink. Let's see. He cast Ponder. Again, guys, give me a little quality check up there. Let me know if everything sounds and looks good. Be nice to know. All right, we got this. And one of the other neat things about this outside of goblins or against Delver is that you're not just dead to Electrickery, obviously, but you're also with Spellstutter Sprite. You've got options. Mainly being, you sit there and almost everything costs 1, whereas this one, there's enough 2 where it's like if you feel I'm kind of baiting you for that, it's like, hey, you know what? Check this. All right, let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Next turn's that. Well, he knows I've got the Jackal, so I'm going to, hopefully I can bait that next turn. Let's, I'll cast this. Even though it's just a 1-1 right now. Just leave it at that. Get bigger next. Your big beaut man head is coming through loud and clear. All right. Yeah, I considered wearing a hat, but it just casts too big of a shadow. I wear some pretty old school little derby hats. Love them. All right. Well, we need to kill that. Delver down. Okay. Let's see. Boom. I want to block that damn Delver. I'm going to get out my ones as soon as I can and act like I've got a chance at some sort of lightning bolt technology here. But early snap, counterspell in hand. If we draw into another mountain, we're going to be able to double bushwhack here. And I believe I want to block this. Don't want that ninja drawing him extra. Okay, now this is good times because our Heelcutter comes online. Or if we draw another mountain, we can just double bushwhack and go for the races. Oh, there it is. Love that tempo play where they're able to keep that open. It's good times. All right. So we know he has a counter spell. What to do, what to do. I'll drop this out. Okay. I'm just going to try to use it here. At least get him out of there. That tells us he doesn't have a fairy. Can at least hit for 2. Next turn, Heelcutter might be in question. We'll see. All right. There's that. That's the other nice thing about all these 2/2s is that you don't really have to worry about the... let's see. Let me bring out the Heelcutter here. If we get double red, I'll be able to pull that out, but this is going to ask for a hard counter here. And there it is. I didn't see him reveal 2, but I might have had that double reveal. Sometimes when they do that, shows up that way. All right, there's 10. So, given the spell access that he has, if he had Spell Stutter, he would have shown it there. So, small chance of that. Now, if we draw, oops, see, this isn't good. So now he might go get it. Let's see, top, not looking good. 3 cards left. This is down to the race. But hey, man, we got Fireblast. He doesn't. So, I'm thinking if this goes down the way, let's see, that's 4. All right. A kicked Bushwhacker is going to be pretty nice. Okay, well, that sucks. Let's see, 3, 6, If that flips, that's 8. He's got us either way. So we can hit him for 4 and hope that that doesn't flip. We do that for 4 and hope it doesn't flip. Or if I kick that, he blocks there. Bushwhacker's dead. That's dead, and he takes 6. And then he's within range of. I'm going to bushwhack here. That way we can imply that we might have some sort of a trick. Lag test. Nope. Sorry, Brivinex. You're more impatient than I am. Trying to narrate, talk, and play. And there's, I think, what's that card? Scourge Stinger. It returns a creature from play. He's probably going to block Bushwhacker with Augur, kill that, kill the other guy, take 6. Puts us at least Fireblast range. But if that Delver flips, we're screwed. What is this? No! Alright, well that kills us because that's 5. Yeah, he's got us here. Because he just attacks with everything. Whoop. Very well played. Let's see, this is just Delver. All we got here is a bluff. Alright, and he's got Counterspell Magic behind it. Boink! Alright, down a game against that. Yeah, that's the one, Fletchman77. Alrighty, up a game against that. Down a game against this. Bring in all 3 Electrickeries. You know, bring in the Pyroblast. I'm not sure. Now, Mutagenic can leave big time. This doesn't have any red in it, so trying to think here. Heelcutter's nice. I like just because of the mana base, being able to dodge the you-know-who, the Augur Bolus. I should know that card inside and out. Now, the question is, do we bring in any Flame Slashes for those golems? I don't think so. But maybe, you know, I like this against a lot of decks, but the last 2 decks I don't. So I'm going to bring in 1 Flame Slash here. So I've got 2 Pyroblasts in, 1 Flame Slash. Try to hold it off for the Golem, 3 Electrickeries, and we will hope for the best. Flame Slash over Fireblast. Yeah, I'd like the instant speed of that. There's only 2. You think I ought to bring in yet another one? I'll do it. I'll bring in 2. There we go. And let's hope. I don't want martyrs. Heck no, everything in their deck flies. All right, here we go. Okay, we will keep this and hope for the best. I mean, if we don't draw a land, we're screwed. We'll keep it. But like I said, you got to kind of play a little loosey-goosey with this kind of deck. You've kind of keep 1 land hands pretty often with this list. We don't have to really worry about any sort of damage spell, so we got rid of the whatchamacallits, Mutagenic Growth. So okay, it's gonna be one of those days. I'm just gonna do this. Screw it. I want to have him. I mean, if he can Vapor Snag here, but I just want to be able to hit for 3 next turn and do something. All right, that's cool. It sucks to do that with a Bushwhacker, but I just want I want to be able to do something here. All right. Well, we can ask for a hard counter here because I'm pretty sure he's just sitting on a fairy and he knows what our hand is. So I'm gonna drop Dasher here because he might have a bounce spell for the cohort, and then I would only hit for 1. This way I can hit for 3. He might end of turn fairy me and try to turn it into a ninja, in which case we've got the answer. Or he might block here. Read that one right, thankfully. Okay, that's fine. There's the hated mother. Come on, Mountain. No. Well, it has to attack every turn, doesn't it? Here's your lightning bolt, baby. You want to block? You go for it. Go get you some. All right. Well, feels a little blah, but hey, we might have a chance here, depending. That's the worst thing about playing against blue, as you all know. It's like, this is like normally when somebody would peter out. Not blue. It's like, let me go look at the next 3 cards and fix this problem. Snap is in the hand. Okay, well, that blows. We have an answer for it. We can do that too. Just got to kind of cohort and go here. Boop, at least we're hitting for 2. That way we can at least counter the snap. I always get Martyr and Clark Can mixed up. Yeah. Yeah, you know, the Shaman's pretty badass if you can save it, because the way that's worded, you can make it bigger and buffer and then still have options. But hey, so let me pay attention here. Can't afford not to against Burning-Tree. Yeah, I actually have a deck, not built, but it's partially built, called Clarked. And that's the theme of it, is like, hey, check this out. All right. We have that for that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I want to do... I'm going to drop this here. Just going to stop that from going down. Keep that for the instant answer. Really want one more land there. Want to make our Electrickery pay off. But anyway, the Clark deck, it's a bunch of boosters that let you just sacrifice stuff to wipe everything, but the Clark Kent Shaman actually gets bigger, so he doesn't kill himself with his own ability. Similar to like Undying with Crypt Rats. So. No ninja for you. Okay, Mr. Fancy Pants here. Okay, we're going to have to kill that thing ASAP. Man, if red had a ninja, I wonder what that would look like, huh? Okay, well... God, we're just 1 card away from this stuff working. Let's go here. Just going to slow roll this. Heck with it. You want 4 on 4. Let's go. All right. There's him. Now another land, and we might be able to do something here. I think I'm favored against Delver if they're not very seasoned pilots, but you get someone of Burning-Tree's quality here. It can get short pretty fast. Ooh, hey, that's pretty cool. If we go 3, he kills that, takes 6. Man, we just were 1 shy here. Drop this. Just going to come over with those, as opposed to just letting Bushwhacker die. That way our Jackal can at least swing next turn. Okay. Don't have a double roadblock. Come on, mountains, please. Our opponent has 5 islands. Yeah, let's see. He's got a snap in his hand. So I'm not going to fall for that. I'd rather take out a Delver. Down comes that. Killed the Delver. Might buy us a turn or 2. But with snap in his hand, I mean, it's not likely that they're going to snap a Bushwhacker, but when they've got counter magic backup, they just might. Snap. And gushes into that. Yikes. This is looking grim. Looks like we're going to be off to a 1-1 if this doesn't turn around real quick. Not the card we needed. Where's our BTE right about now, right? Let's see. There's that and that. I want to... I'm going to pull... No, you know, if I do that... Oh, what a tight spot. Look at this. We know he has snap, so I drop this, he snaps. We can't block anyway. We just take everything. Yeah, this is looking pretty over, guys. Let's see. That's not the play. I don't know. Just go with aggro, I guess. We definitely can't block here. One mountain would be nice. We could at least turn on Heelcutter. Might be in the single digits by now, but no ninja for you, says McMahon. Oh, man. Interesting to see Gitaxian Probe, but given Brevenex's caliber of play, I don't doubt it. Yep, we lose. We lose that. Here comes 2, 4, 6 damage. How insulting. He doesn't even cast it. It's like, I'm not afraid. He's probably got 2 counterspells in hand. No. Our first break is brought to you by the Three Stooges. I'm going to roll to it real quick here. Just get a quick coffee refill. But we're definitely losing this one. Hey, look at that. There it is. Okay, well, a little too late. Let's see what a counterspell looks like. Show me. Let's pretend that we have a Fireblast in our hand. If he lets this through, right? If that wasn't a counter, yeah, maybe that works. He goes to... Nope, he'd still be 1 up from there. But, all right, so we're dead. 1-1. We'll be right back after this. Whoop.
This is confusing. I'll have to start on you. Oh! Oh!
If you've been arrested, damaged, or killed, call the experienced attorneys at Jace, Gideon, and Vincer. Our lawyers specialize in Azorius law and will fight to give you the justice you deserve. Call 1-800-296-7487 for a free consultation. Even if you've manned a vehicle while hydroplasing, our attorneys are on the stack 24 hours a day.
Goblin Fairy Soldier Mir, call Jace, Gideon, and Vincer.
Jace, Gideon, and Vincer. Call today.
And we're back looking at this hand. Not sure if I like this. We don't really have any 1-drops outside of Lightning Bolt, and we're going first. I'm thinking I'm going to ship this. I'm going to mulligan this. This is an endgame card. Endgame. Don't know what we're up against. Mulligan. Yikes. Come on. All right. Mulligan. And keep. Show us a mountain. Good. Top. All right. We'll go like this and hope for a nice slow deck. 1-1. We beat mono black. We lost to Delver. It's usually the opposite in a given universe. Given that they... Ooh, I know this is an old one, but the Destined. Interesting. Okay. What's up, Syscoms? Good to see you. We're 1-1. Wish you could have joined us if we were 2-0, but that has not been our MO of the last few weeks/months. And I just want to avoid the Boros matchup or Hexproof. Remember I said those are the 2 worst. And it looks like we're up against one of them. But hey, it's all good. I'm going to play Ultra Aggro here because we don't have much time if a Armadillo Cloak shows up in game 1 at least. We're just going to swing, baby. And hope. Come on now. Let's get these a little bit bigger. There we are. Screen real estate in the house. I just got through barbecuing all morning. 2 teenage boys, we always have to have a big ton of meat ready for them to chow down on, so I smell very fragrant, like a beef-scented sofa leg. That's a thing. All right. Hey, there it is. Our worst matchup. Second worst matchup. I think Boros. Actually, this probably is the worst, but all right. Well, at least we can attack for 2. Come on, please block. Now, if he drops an Armadillo Cloak, this is pretty much all she wrote. Yeah, it's a. I was watching a Upright Citizens Brigade show a long time ago, and they had this fake mafia skit. This boss, and he was being charged with the illegal import of over 3 tons of beef-scented sofa legs, and that always stuck in my mind as the most ridiculous thing. I just thought it was so funny. I could see me giving somebody that for Christmas. All right, sitting back. Ah, darn it! All right, well, I'm going for it. Take that, sucker. We're probably dead anyway. Best thing you can block here. Probably BTE. God, it'd be so cool if this was double mutagenic. Be like, pow! Take that. And just because of the nature of the beast, I'm going to... we can always cast this. Never know if we're going to be within 1 life, and I don't want it to kill us, so we could BTE into it naturally and be able to swing with haste. We'll see. Hopefully, maybe he doesn't have Armadillo Cloak here. Of course. Isn't that the way of the universe? So he negates everything we worked so hard for, just right there. Kaboom. And just like that, we're up against it. And we're dead next turn. So that's this is Hex. One of 2 decks I said we will auto lose to, and we faced it, of course. 'Tis the way it is. All right, 3 Electrickeries come in. 2 Martyr of Ashes come in. And I'm thinking, I'm going to take out Abandon. Take this. I just want business. I'm going to take out a Heelcutter because we don't have many things to really target there. Now the question is, Flaring Pink, can somebody do a little research for me and tell me if he's running like prismatic strand sort of things? I guess you could argue if we're doing that, then we're already winning, but... Barbecue and wiki. Yeah, I don't work on I'm a lucky SOB. I got Fridays off kind of permanently about a decade past, so I'm a well-paid bum, as they say. All right, one of the smartest negotiation ploys I've ever done. I recommend y'all do it whenever somebody's giving you crap about funds, or when you go in for any sort of review like that. You fight them, and then at the last minute you yield and say, well, what about this? Especially if you can output the same amount in the same. No strand, says Fletchman. Thank you for that, sir. All right, so I guess we'll just keep Flaring Pain back and hope for the best. You could argue we might want to just lose Heelcutters and just play Fireblasts here. We can't target that. I'm going to do this just because I want to keep one of these in case we have a really heavy cohort draw. But other than that, you could say our Lightning Bolt might not be all that worthy either. I can still point it to their head, though. All right, let's hope for the best. Whoop! What's up, Exglosco? Exlosco? I guess that's how you'd say it. I wish there was a little button I could press to see how people wanted their names to be enunciated, but... Well, if we lose fast, this will be kind of a land speed record. 45 minutes, we'll have 3 rounds down, but... Like I said, this deck is horrible if I face Boros or Hex, and this is Hex. This is good. We don't really have any answers. I mean, we're going first. I got to keep this. It would be nice to be looking at Electrickery, but what you gonna do? Sometimes I just don't got it. So Mutagenic, we're just gonna hold off until we can Alpha Strike, or maybe it can play into some sort of a blocking shenanigans if he's got like a 5/5 and we're able to pump it double or something, and not really that expected of a card often, so we'll see. Was tempted to try either elves or tribe today. I might do that next week. We'll see. Not even sure what I'm going to play this weekend. All over the place, I tell you. Hey, that feels good. The only problem with that is you telegraph it if I sit back and do nothing, which might be the right play in a matchup this bias, but that's why I kind of wanted to have access to Martyr, so I had a little bit of a reset plan, because I got to keep the pressure on, but you know, if he drops like a Selhana here, it's going to be a tough call, because right now it's like, well, down comes what do you call yeah, there it is, boom, just like that. But we've got the Mutagenic as the trick, so we might be able to pull this off still, even though he's got first strike, especially if I kind of act hesitant. I want to tap all out just so he doesn't see this coming. I'm just going to go for volume here. And hopefully he blocks. If he doesn't, we're probably dead still. Now, before you get too quick on the whole, you should have waited. Nobody is going to, and this is why I love Mutagenic Growth, just nobody sees it coming. Nobody is going to cast into that. They're going to wait for that opening. So hopefully this proves to be enough of an opening. He doesn't have Ethereal right behind it or something. We'll see. Or Selhana comes out, and then our Electrickery really pays dividends this turn. So, yeah, Mutagenic's just the bomb. If you have more than 12 creatures in your deck, you should probably be playing Mutagenic Growth. It's really that key, I think. Any sort of deck you care about the creatures. We saw it last week in Slivers. It's just MVP. Those, you know, the majority of opening hands have that one answer card, and it's like, yeah. And if you got the answer to the answer and you're playing aggro, odds are you're gonna pull it off. Hasn't been the case on Twitch, but it has been outside of it. Keeping it real. All right, now. We can attack for 4. I think we do that out of respect. I'm going to slow roll this a little bit. Hold back on Electrickery. Next turn, maybe, depending on what he drops here. Logic being we'll clear all the blockers this turn. This way, that's why I run Mutagenic in Hexproof, because when you do an all-in with something like this, you've got an answer. Well, all right, let's drop it. That's what I'm waiting for. Get rid of creatures, get rid of blockers. What's he got? Now this is where I'd be normally really worried about a Prismatic Strands or a Fog, but Fletchman77 says I'm free and clear, so let's see if we are. Hey, that feels good. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's try to finish this off and win a matchup we're not supposed to. So we're 1-1. Fingers crossed. He knows we're running Electrickery, which might play into our plans a little bit. Gosh. You know what? I'm going to lose Heelcutter altogether, I think. No, you know what? With the double cartouche going on, a little 2/2 first strike, it might be nice to be able to target something. At least have a little ray of hope there. We're running everything we can. I think this is the best we can board. We got 2 Martyrs and we got 3 Electrickeries. Well, so far, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The way I've been rolling live lately, I'll be happy to just break even. So we're not playing this, obviously, outside of a Boggle. This is a silly call. Flaring Pain's not needed. Flame Slash, yep. Everything good's in. What's cool about this kind of style, well, we've got a little bit of time here to chat about it. It's similar to Boros, where one of the reasons Boros is so effective is if you think about all the removal, if you don't have a creature out, they just point it at your face. And Goblins is pretty good at doing that too. With Lightning Bolts, we clear the way, or Fireblast. Even Reckless Abandon, good against Affinity. You turn your little after-the-fact Bushwhacker into getting rid of a Mer Enforcer and such. It'd be pretty cool. I'm not... See, here's the deal. I played this list as is 4-1 with it right out of the gates. Then I was like, you know what? Reckless Abandon, I don't like looking at it. I want... For one less damage, I can have it be a Chain Lightning and always be active. So I changed this to Chain Lightning and this... And I think added an 18th land, and I went 3-2. Then I went 3-2. Then I changed it back to the way it's supposed to be, and I went 4-1. So what are you going to do? I don't know. I'm a little bit superstitious, I guess. Just seems like there's some sort of ghost in the machine that just knows when I'm messing with it, which I've already have messed with it, but only in the sideboard. So say what you will. Let's see. We are going against Hexproof, and I really need to focus on my opening hands here. Okay, so we're on the draw. It's a pretty good hand if we draw into another land. We've got the Surprise and Mutagenic. BTE is not going to do much outside of maybe a Surprise Electrickery. I like the time he's taking. That was an interesting... We'll keep this. Watch we don't draw another land for the rest of the game, but hey, that happens. Alright, he leads off with Utopia Sprawl. There's that. We'll bring this dude out and hope for a mountain. Come on, sucker. Let's go. I wish we would have won just purely with Electrickery last turn and not the shenanigans of Mutagenic, because now he might not want to block when it's a good time to. This is one of my issues with Electrickery here is that, this it's not always that gold mine you think it is where, boom, immediately he's got the 2/2, so it's like, yeah, it's tough. Now, does he have another enchantment? See, this is where it gets rough. Well, regardless, either way, I've got this. I'm going to pause a little bit too long here. Just to maybe, whenever you're thinking about bluffing, you think a little too long on it. At least I do. Let me tell tales out of school there, but I think this little hesitation maybe draws a card, but he probably learned his lesson from last game. Either way, we've got a block. Oh, nope, he doesn't fall for it this time. All right. Come on, where's our other mountain? At least we might have a shot here. No Armadillo Cloak. Armadillo Cloak pretty much shuts the door on the match. Is this it? Nope. All right. Well, he's got first strike, but it could be a lot worse, but he might be drawing into worse. Let's see if Ethereal or Rancor shows up. There's one of the culprits. Okay, it's going to take a lot of Mutagenics to get past that. Yowza. There's half our life. So at this stage, rough. All right, I'm trying to think of the outs here. I got to block while I can here. Doesn't have a trample yet. That might really make the difference later on. I don't think our Martyr is going to be doing much of anything right now. Okay, well that helps. At least we have a blocker. Pull this here. Okay. Do this. Outside of an Armadillo Cloak, we might be able to just keep squeaking through. I'm not sure. He's got one card. He could just have a forest. But if it's anything trample related, we're really screwed. But we'll see. Him not blocking there is kind of a... Hey, look at that. All right. Here we go. I hate blocking, but I've got to do this just in case, you might mean that one bit of difference there. Okay, we have that. We could play that into that. I'm thinking here of Cohort, hardcast Electrickery, swing for 4, and be able to block. And then next turn we've got 6 and the win, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. Cast that here. Cast this here. Attack for 4. This will be interesting if we're able to pull this off. one Rancor, Armadillo Cloak. We are sunk. But that's 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 15 next turn. Oh, look at this. So, do we still have it? Yes, we do. So let's calm down here. And we already said there's no, so far as we know, there's no like Moment's Peace, Tricknology, or Prismatic Strands in his list. So once we kick the Bushwhacker, we'll have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 19. So let's go for it. Well, if he's got Moment's Peace, we don't win. Let's see. Attack. Watch him say Prismatic, calling red. Be like, no. Finish him. Yeah, we're pretty much all in. I mean, one Armadillo Cloak or Lifelink. Some people run one of those in the sideboard. All right. We'll go. Which one's the least important? Probably this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. So let's see. That's 9, 12. So I don't even have to use the Fireblast here. Let's see if this works. Hey, all right. We beat the deck we're not supposed to. So we're 2-1. We have lost to the great control player Brivenex, but other than that, we beat Mono Black. So I'll just jump into the next one here. And then after this one, I'll take another break, hit the head, and play. I think we have good old Tim with his advice on water consumption for our next commercial, and a few other things. And for all you veterans out there, thank you for that. All your service. Hopefully you saw the promo I played at the beginning and then there, but that should probably do it for our veteran Tricknology. So. But yeah, I'm not sure. Sliver sure did crash and burn on me pretty hard this last weekend. Seems to do great in dailies. A lot of 4-1s, but man, I bring it to that challenge and kaplunk. Finally a good hand. This is nice to see. I don't think I've ever played this person before, and that's a rarity. Usually I notice somebody, or I can at least be like, hey, I think I played them once, but one more win and we'll at least break even with red deck wins. But I think the main reason, I was talking to Mikey Ruru, shout out to him for giving me the little tips. And I mean, I'd already played like probably 3 or 4 leagues with this when I asked him, but just trying to get kind of a cohesive sense of what he thinks, that why it's not being played anymore, because during the summer it was played a lot. But Stompy, you know, like I said, you're slightly probably about 5-10% behind, not being favorable there. But the main reason, Boros, they're just able to just nibble all your 2/2s up, gain life, other stuff, boom, you're dead. So here is Stompy. And what I've noticed, I've had good matchups against Stompy because I tend to draw into my removal like this. So I'm going to cast this. I'm not going to take any chances, wait for any sort of tricks. I'm just going to get rid of stuff because a first turn Pit Sulk means he has another one in his hand. And he wants to make it a 2/2. So I just want to stop those shenanigans right now. Pauperganda, do you think there might be an opportunity to improve goblins with a light splash of another color? Could be. David Kane, thanks for chiming in. Yeah, Delver was improved. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to ask anybody, I'd ask Kung Fu Trees. He seems to, it's like he showed up, changed everything, won a bunch, and then exited. I haven't seen him in quite a while. I know he's still playing Magic, but it's strange outside of that. All right, so I'm not too worried about that. You know, I'm just going to go after volume. I could cast Dasher here, just don't want to. I'm going to come across with the volume here. And I think I'm going to just keep this dude alive. Take that. Your little 1/1. 2, 4, 6, 8. Got half his life on the stack. Boom, boom, boom. Feeling defensive. This is good times. Come on, Mountain. No. All right, well, we've got this. Crash on over. Hooah! Kung Fu Tree's YouTube channel has been quite quiet lately. Oh, I didn't even know he had one. Feel free to send the link to Shiraz there, Mike Man, or anybody else, and we'll. I'm just gonna I could be hurting here, but I'm just going to keep the quality up so he's forced on playing and defending and not attacking. Feeling pretty good. I mean, any one of our Fireblast or that sort of stuff, he's probably, what's this? Oh, no. He might have the, what is it, the Hunger of the Howl pack here, I'm anticipating. The only thing I miss about traditional goblins outside of RDW, red deck wins is what I mean by that, is its ability to, you've got the numbers here, you sacrifice everything and kind of dogpile onto one guy. So if they have 4 blockers, you have 5 attackers, you still win. Whereas this kind of a little bit more honest combat. So when's Iconic Masters released online? I don't know. I was just thinking that the other day because I really want Lead the Stampede in Slivers. That is going to be absolutely crazy. Okay, we cast a creature, and this is a typical great draw. I mean, no offense to our friend here, we've just really drawn strong here. I want to kill the Nest Invader right out of the gates here, just because I want him to have to cast stuff. I mean, we kill him regardless, but so we're up a game against Stompy. See, it's like we're supposed to be Delver, not Hexproof, but okay. So I actually like a few Electrickeries against Stompy. I definitely like Flame Slash against him. And I'm not sure if we want Martyr in there. Mutagenic's a nice surprise, but he's seen it. Yeah, it's funny. I keep taking out Reckless Abandon. I just like that in certain matchups like Tron and such, but it adds for some nice room in the sideboard here. Let me see. Lightning Bolt's great. Flame Slash is great. We've got Electrickery. Goblin Heelcutter is pretty cool. The Dasher actually can be a problem sometimes when they have a choice of what to block. But I'm going to keep it for now. I'm just going to keep the curve really, really low. I want that surprise. I'm going to keep it like this, guys. You know what? I brought Martyr of Ashes in for this specific reason. Let me take this out, bring in 2 of these, and we'll lose 1 of these. Let's go from there. 1 Electrickery, 2 Martyrs, just in case they have that just turn and we're on the draw so we can at least see it. Dan and I played a match recently, says MikeMan1978 on MTG Strats channel. Hope he starts playing regularly again. Yeah, I miss Dan. Those were the old glory days. Good hand. We're going to be aggro with this. But this is what I'm talking about. See, if we draw right into Martyr and he comes out with just a flurry, which Stompy, that's its modus operandi. So we'll okay. I'm not going to wait around forever either. Let's go. What you almost wish for here is a Rancor. He attacks, we block, and then he's dead. We're going to take 3 anyway. Well, yeah, I could block, but then he's got a blocker. What do you guys say here? I could take 2, kill it, next turn trade. Well, Ozia 2011. I think my favorite Pauper deck's still Tron. Yeah. Yes. All right. We are aggro here. It looks like he's stuck on a forest. I'll let this through. Yeah, we got to remember what we're playing here. Pum-pa-doom. BTE. Into Valley Dasher. Into fresh meat, as the butcher would say. Fresh meat. All right. Now, it'd be kind of cool if he piles up on that and we're able to turn on our Heelcutter. That would be pretty sweet. What do we got here? Maybe some Pit Sulk shenanigans coming in after this. We'll see. Oh, hey, before I forget, if you got any pictures, it could even be of you with any sort of Christmas decor, or, we look at this hand, we've got red and green, which is kind of Christmas colors. I'm not pimping a holiday or whatever, but I just, 'tis the season, all that stuff coming up. So we have a little Christmas promo, and I'd like to update it. So if any of you want your pictures on there or have any card art that is magic inspired, just send it to pauperganda@gmail.com. We'll check it out and hopefully get it on there. This is cool. We've got the Heelcutter next turn for when he wants to turn stuff on. So I'm just going to roll like this. I mean, if he blocks, that's a good thing. Coming on over for 8. He's going to be on blocking mode real quick. Do I want to save that? 2, 4, 6. Sure. Save it for a trick. I respect Stompy. Going on down to Value Town, says McMahon. Hey, that's my card. What's he doing playing that? Time to reset the board. So this is when we want to make stuff unblockable. Alright, he's got that. We got this. This into this. I'll show you how you play that card, sucker. Dash, baby. Attack with everything. We will turn off. Well, the young wolf can trade and kill anything. It'll come back stronger, and then it'll have a 4. So let's, I guess this is a tough one. We'll say that one. You could argue you want him to do that because he'd have to use some of his mana up to do stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. So he's going to definitely probably block this dude. Okay. That trades. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Darn it. That sucks. Those are going to trade. That's going to trade. I want this to be able to come out next turn, so I'm going to take the damage, keep that alive, be able to play it next turn, and keep him on his heels because I don't see many ways out of this one. Dashing through the woods. Nice. Burning Trader. Mike, man, you're full of them. All right. This is funny. We're going to be able to, what's next? We're going to face Boros and be able to beat it for our last matchup. That's going to be crazy. We're able to take down Hexproof and Stompy. Maybe, who knows? But the majority of the lists out there with Red Deck wins, you'll notice they have a whopping 4 Electrickeries, and it's like, wow, what's that new one? It costs 1 red, and it does the same as Electrickery, but it's a sorcery. I think sometimes that has a place too, because as we've noted, they don't walk into it, and the instant speed, I don't know. Sometimes I think Martyr's the way to go. So if you catch it a little bit late, you can at least pitch it and go for it. But it is surprising to me, and I learned quite a bit trying to, talk about force of will, just trying to, last week I was like, I'm going to play goblins. I'm a good goblin player. I'll do it. And I was just like, man, not so hot. Didn't work out too well. Let's see, got Aquarian Ranger is the only way that play makes sense. Yep, all right. And here we go with the Goblin Heelcutter. Maybe a Noel Vines, but even then I think he's... All right. Drop dash. There's a new rebound pump spell coming from Iconic Master. Looks great for Stompy. Oh yeah, send it to Shiraz or a Little Fight in the private chat, and they can maybe send a link to the card if you know what it is. Let's go from here. Hey, all right. So we're 3-1. We beat Mono Black. We lost to Delver with a Great Pilot and Brevenix. Beat Hexproof, which we're not supposed to do. I was about ready to cry a river on that one. And we went 2-0 against Stompy, which I keep hearing it's a bad matchup, but I think overall I'm like 5-1 against it in league play. I think I'm just drawing good. I truly think that the scenario is going to be given time, it's gonna work out much differently. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back after these messages. I encourage you to get up, move your legs, and all that. Be back in just a few minutes.
Water. Delicious, refreshing water. From ocean to sea to lake to pool to pond to puddle to drop to drip. Water, chemical symbol H20, is all around us. It's the giver of life. And it's there with us from our first cup of tea in the morning to our nightly Bithuvik.
I say...
But what is water? It's a difficult question because water is impossible to describe. One might ask the same about birds. What are birds? We just don't know. But we do know that water is the most powerful substance on Earth. And whatever form it's in, be it ice, vapour, or just water, it has the capacity to affect whatever it comes into contact with. Ruined.
The magic of Yavimaya, now in your kitchen. Mutani spaghetti. The only noodles whose power and tastiness are equal only to their legendary ingredients. Our pasta is made from only the finest weather sea, imported from Dominaria straight to your dinner table. Enjoy Mutani spaghetti. Combine it with our signature Raffaello's cheeses and finish it off with a glass of sweet Rashidan. Mutanis, the magic of Yavimaya in every bite.
Available at Moros's Market.
Junk in the junk house. You did, baby. You did, baby. Keep your eye on things while I'm gone. Keep my lid on things. Don't you try everything while I'm gone. Keep my lid on things. Who put the fun in the fun house? You did, baby. You did. Who put your dad in the half house?
Every day at Magic's game testing facility, crack geneticists are hard at work engineering new creatures to help you annihilate your opponent. Of course, mistakes do happen. Magic the Gathering. Beat your friends.
And we're back. Well, let's see. We've got... If we draw into a land, we'll be all right. Only problem is this is kind of end game. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. I'm going to throw this back. Mulligan. Much better. We'll keep this one. Yeah. So just a reminder, on the 24th, next week we will have a show, but in 2 weeks we will not, just for the... shenanigans of all the turkey-based tricknology. What am I saying? All right, keep this. Yeah, I kind of... Oh, whoa, no, I'm going to draw a land. I'm going to throw this on the top. We'll hit a land. I love me my Heelcutter. Bring this on down. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Good times. Here we are. Boop. That new pump spell. Oh, yeah, well... can somebody type it out just so I can read it? Pray Vengeance. How much does it cost? Is it an instant? If it doesn't cost 1 green. Uh-oh. Affinity can be a rough matchup, especially game 1. We've got Gorilla Shaman, but it's up to drawing that. Achilles Heelcutter. All right. Gotta focus here. Hey, gosh, this is the last matchup. I'm going to write down Affinity. We've been playing so many like slower control-ish builds. It's just over an hour now, or almost at our end. All right, we're gonna go boom here. I'll drop the dasher next if we miss our land, but I'm anticipating a Frogmite, so hopefully we draw into a mountain and we can just keep heel cutting stuff and go for a ball lightning next turn. That's the theory anyway. Boop. F6 ourselves. 36 cards similar to Pray Vengeance found. Please refine the search. Ah, darn it. Well, maybe just a quick synopsis of what it does. Fletchman. Everybody's trying it. It's us. All right. Hey, am I going to get a free turn here for 8? No Frogmite. Yay. Well, that works. We'll just come on over for 8. What's neat about Mutagenic in this matchup, all our little dorks, after they've done their little shock damage, can start trading with their big stuff that takes them a turn to develop. So that, or we turn on Heelcutter next turn and just win. But again, this is just so, you know, those rogue decks that might run one Electrickery main and stuff, it's so relaxing playing red deck wins over goblins, because you can just kind of, I don't know, lull yourself into a corner of F6ing. Sorted. Praise Vengeance. A green. Okay. And it's an instant. Okay. Everything's good so far. 2-2. Rebound. Yeah. I can see that. I think that might be better in Simic Infect. Might be really what that needs there. Okay. The Serpent's in the house. What's cool about this when you're facing another aggro deck, as we just saw against Stompy, when you imply or impose your will this hard, this fast, a lot of times they kind of get that, I guess it would just be like a gun shy sort of, oh boy, we really wanted a creature there. Let's see. I can come on over for these guys. Really, boy, one mountain there and we kind of win the game. Well, let's see. That's 4-7. I could take 2. See, the problem is if I try to blow that up, we know he's got Galvanic Blast, so he's just going to do that. So I'm just going to let that die. Yeah, we'll wait on the hate here. It's only got one other printing at uncommon. Unless he's dropping red right now. In that case, we might be able to... what's he got? If he torches the Familiar here... Okay, so that's going to die. Now the question is, do I pump this and zap that? What do you guys think? As it sits, I got 2 guys next turn that can't do jack, but... He's at 10. That's getting torched. Can't save it. I could get him to 7, and then what? I think I'm going to... Well, that's still a 2 for 1. I would kill the 5/6. That's what I'm tempted to do. I just don't like the taste in my mouth of using the Dasher and the Mutagenic and the Lightning Bolt. Bolt and mute to his head. Well, we can't because Jackal's dying. That big Galvanic Blast pointed at it right now. If you draw a land, you have 7 attack. 2. Yeah. No, I know that. We're most likely to draw land. All right. Bolt the Galvanic Blast, says Mike Vanna. I've heard sillier things. All right, we'll do this. Let's get this big beast out of the way. At least if anything, it's going to make him kind of commit to the board, and then maybe our Heelcutter will turn on. 4/7. Let's not forget. Okay, we'll go like this. Make sure the damage goes through. Splat. Damage on there. Boom. Now let's kill this thing. Get out of my way, sucker. All right. Come on, mountain. Mountain into Fireblast. Who knows? David Kane, a little too late, buddy. Try to be. I know there's a little bit of lag, but when I ask for opinions, I sure wish Twitch was a little faster at that. I want him to just be instantly ready there. Okay, there's Culprit 1. Does he have another guy? He does. Ooh, another big dude, too. Wow, look at that. All right. It's funny. He's at 10. We're at 18, but it feels like it's slipping away already, doesn't it? Isn't that interesting? Well, can't do that. Just got to pass the turn here. Come on, mountains, where you at? Well, we're already even money. We're 3-1 right now, so. And no lie, I mean, Affinity is like Stompy. It's one of those kind of coin toss. We usually lose the first game. I know it feels like we're winning this one, but it's quickly not. You'll see. But yeah, the door's getting shut pretty quick here. Games 2 and 3 is all about his draw versus Gorilla Shaman. If we get that online, it can get pretty nuts pretty quick. Now, if I kill this, I only take 5. We're not going to really get past that. Well, no. If we draw a mountain, we will. All right. I'll let it get through this time. 9. Mountain, please. No. Okay, well. Shoot. What a weird timing for this, huh? We know he has Galvanic Blast. Affinity players always have 5 of them in their opening hand, right? Play it second main. Time to monkey up the works. That's what I think. I don't really know what I'm thinking about here. I mean, we can... got to play to our outs. Well, here's the deal. If we draw a mountain next turn and he doesn't have Galvanic Blast... Even then, that means what we could Reckless Abandon, sacrifice 1. He's at 6. We block, and we only hit for 3. Oh boy, I sure wish we didn't have to attack with Valley Dasher. I just got to pass the turn here. I mean, we can't just flat out attack there because we'd have to go all in and then we're just dead no matter what. So, Red Fog? Has anybody got a Red Fog? Well, I don't know what that would... Oh, gosh. Well, that's a 2011. You're so right. Why didn't I see that? Big mistake. I owe myself a penalty of burpees there. And you know what? Well, that's a 2011. I would like to say, like, oh, I usually see... In my mind, I had a mental block where I'm like, I've got to do that with that. It's like second main. I was just critiquing my son the other day who was learning to play goblins about the, main phase steps. And I was just feel like a total hypocrite because I was just telling him about that. Like, hey, remember, you can get around these. I'm going to have to remember it's about 120 here for him to watch that because he can laugh at his old man making a huge mistake. I don't know if it would have meant the difference, but that's, it happens to me all the time when I'm twitching. That's for sure. Twitch is a cruel mind screw mistress. All right. Well, he obviously has something huge and nasty. We'll go here and hope for the best. I don't even know of a card that'll help us here. Show me the Galvanic. We all know you got it. It's going to be extra cruel and just do it this turn. All right. So there's 4. Yeah. All right. Down a game against Affinity. Excuse me. Too many liquids. Alrighty. Shaman time. Flame Slash time. I like Reckless in this one. Mutagenic. I'm going to lose 1. I'm going to lose a lot of lightning bolts. They just... actually, I'm going to lose all of them. I'm going to lose... let's go from here. You could argue Martyr in this matchup, but I'm not going to have that many cards in my hand. That's mostly for like elves, maybe extreme weenie builds of such. So Heelcutter is going to be good. This is the last ditch effort. I like the other abandons because we're able to trade off crappy maybe Jackal Familiars with their 4/4s. This Galvanic's so prominent that it's not going to pay as many dividends, but I'm using it almost as a removal spell with all our 2/2s. So I'm thinking this feels pretty good. We've got a Gorilla Shaman. Should we mix it up a little bit? Maybe put 1 Flame Slash here. Get really, what do you call, superstitious here. Mix this stuff up. Be like, oh, and if I put this here, then this would make all the difference. There we go. Hey! Board in the moon cheese. Yeah, that's what we need, man. Thank you, Birdman, for hosting. I appreciate that. Sorry we had to stop hosting you, but got to do our diligence here. All right. Well, we've got this. Yeah, we got a lot of ones. I would sure like to see a Gorilla Shaman, but we'll keep this. Hopefully we draw into a mountain. It's all right. This is Birdman. If you didn't catch it earlier, we were hosting their channel. Good stuff. I think he was on Elves and something before that. What was it? Tron or something? I can't quite remember. Well, even my water's caffeinated. I got these little coffee grounds in there because I was in a hurry when I made the coffee this morning. So we shall see. Yes. Yep. That's one of the weird little Pauperganda facts. I've played Tron once, won 2 games with it, and retired undefeated forever. Most successful Tron player in existence. Thank you very much. Just kidding. But not. It's like my brother Semikov. All right. Here we go with this. Come on. Give us a mountain, please. Mountain. Gorilla Shaman? Is that too much to ask? Maybe power out a 4/4 here so I can turn on that Flame Slash. Come on now. Up against it. So we're at least going to break even. 3-2. All right, like that, because we can trade with the Mutagenic. Or trade Mutagenic for it. How I should say it. A Tog's in the house. Come on, Mountain, please. Please, Mountain, please. Ah, so nice. Okay. I'll roast this. As he wants to pitch a whole lot of stuff. Lose 2 things. Tough when you're playing, know that I'm probably packing Gorilla Shaman. Thought control. I thought this was already W. Why am I seeing a million green spells? To keep stuff alive, baby. Woo! Here we go. Got rid of the boogeyman. Now if we can just draw our boogeyman in the form of Gorilla Shaman. If you guys haven't seen the new art for that, I shouldn't say new. It's probably, what, almost a year old now. But you don't see it very often, but it's pretty cool. Funny how much art just imprints on your brain. Like when I play Elves, sometimes I almost prefer to have the old artwork with Timberwatch, because sometimes I'll draw the new one and my brain doesn't trigger, that's a Timberwatch elf. It's like, I'm like, all right, well, go through the motions. Come on. This is getting grim quick. Good news is we can kind of trade with everything here if we draw the beats. Gonna play this. I'm gonna take out one of these big boys for this. And then I'm going to use the Mutagenic to take down the other one. Just try to keep the odds a little bit in our favor. Hopefully. I always prefer the old artwork, but that Timberwatch is the exception. Yeah, I am that way too. I'm slowly starting to get the hang of it, but I thought it was a neat case in artistic, what do you call, psychology. There's so many times I'll look at the new art and it doesn't have that opioid response, I guess, where your brain's just like, pleasure. It's like, this is gonna win. It's like, nope. All right. Until we draw our monkey, I'm playing like I'm behind here. I just want to clear this board. I mean, he's at 1, we're at none. But boy, we draw that monkey, and this is going to be good times. Or not. Jackal Familiar. What an interesting card. Come on now. What do we got? 1 card in his hand. It's probably Galvanic Blast. Hey, that's pretty cool. Well, we'll wait a little surprise value for that. Be nice to draw into Heelcutter right about now. Start swinging. Don't know if he can afford to unless another critter comes down. It's going to tell us a lot about what's in his hand. He's probably got another critter. I'd put him on Frogmite? Nah, probably in a Tog. Because he might just think that the odds of us drawing a haste creature aren't that great, but they are. Huh. Ooh, we like this. Let's start chewing stuff up. Get rid of the problem first. I always like when they use a burn spell on this. It's like, okay, I'll eat the rest of it too. I mean, I guess you got to at some point. Whoop. There he is. Yeah, this is just burned in my brain. When I see this, it means good draw. Because the only time you play it is against Affinity usually. And did a little bit of research on Boros with regards to this having a bad matchup against it. And I was looking at how much of it is actually doesn't run that many artifact lands. The latest builds, they're pretty few and far between. Hey, look at that. All right. Double Stone Rain ain't bad. This is game 2, sir. We're down a game against Affinity. The very last match, though. Actually, we're at about an hour and a half. For some reason, it feels like it's gone a lot faster, but we'll see. He's going to roast that. That's fine. Did its job. Hey, man. Gave us a free fog effect. Outside of a 4/4, we're feeling pretty good. And if we draw into a Heelcutter, it's probably our best case scenario. Or that. That's pretty good. Nothing like hitting for 8 out of the blue. Watang! Click nice and slow. Don't you know? Now, where's our Fireblast? Alright. He's got a dude. He's probably got another Galvanic Blast. Yuck. Best to just let it sit there. Make him think that we're on some sort of trick. Colorless nothing. He's got a Sprig Leaf. That's pretty cool. Some little dude on top of a big dude. Now, why would that thing be backed up onto a rock outcrop like that? That doesn't even make sense. We still got this if we draw pretty much anything other than a mountain, I would think, right? Creatures, please. Something, please. That'll work. Haste is a nice fact. Go and get you some. Only does 3 though. Well, he can block 1, then he takes 5 because it has haste. Little fight. You have to start studying before you comment. All right. Let me see. I like the Fireblast. I like the Shamans. I like the 3 Growths. I like the Reckless because we're able to turn on the stuff. Our little dorks into that. Oh, let me write it down there. When. Let's see. I think we're set here, guys. You could argue lose Valley Dasher just because it's kind of dead meat. But we want it early, too. Secret Tech and Mudtron sideboard. Yeah, I thought they were going to have Galvanic Blast 8, 9, and 10. The one that costs 0 mana, but it just didn't seem to happen. All right. Well, hey, that shenanigans worked last time. Let's separate out the shamans so that we can be nice and superstitious here. Make sure our mana's all even. And we'll go from here and hope for the best. This is for 4-1 if we do it. Otherwise, we still win with a 3-2, but be a nice change from all our recent crash and burns. But we have been playing a lot of rogues, so I could see winning with this. He's already mulled down to 1. We've got our mana's right. I'm gonna keep this. I would love to see an opening shaman, but we can always draw into it. All right, let's see. Go to 5. Go to 5. Come on, baby. There's the furnace. Come on. Hey, look at that. Gonna wait though. Never, ever, ever play that off to a naked board. You always want to at least be able to stone rain something. Cool. I still think I'm gonna wait on that. Unless I draw another one. What do you think? Actually, no, if I just do that next turn, it'll pretty much kind of be a win. I'm just going to do it that way. Put the onus on him. Maybe he'll start using galvanic blasts on these guys. I really want to munch both his seat and the furnace there. That's how we roll. Yeah, Jim Miles, thanks for joining us. Yeah, everybody, like I've always said, if we had a time machine, we'd go back in time, probably change that. But we were just always excited when we started Pauperganda and wanted to scream loud and proud about the format. So that's why everybody's capped up, because they're excited about the best format in Magic that we are witnessing here. Definitely not the best player. All right. Gotta adjust here. So we bought this new chair. I'm liking it, but it was I was so mad we unpacked it and everything. Put on the back. So chair, supposed to sit square. The back is factual from the factory. It's default. It's like tilted a little bit. It doesn't affect my back, but aesthetically, it's just like, good grief, what a terrible looking thing there. All right. You know what? I want to attack right into this, hoping that he blocks some stuff. Because we're going to eat a lot of his artifacts here. Next turn, we'll turn on some stuff. But for right now, this is the play. I want him to sack stuff. Come on, block. Probably the best thing he could have played there. We want the Atog to go down. Good. Sacrifice something, please. That'll be great. Is he going to just kill it? All right. Oh, this is great. I was hoping that was going to go down. Maybe we can 4-1. Go get you some. Have fun with your diet there, Atog. Now, if he's got one, he's got to use it. All right. It's all right. Now, if we get another mountain here, we're off to the races. I'm feeling pretty good. Watch, we draw another shaman. That'd be pretty cool. Boom goes the dynamite. Says Fletchman 77. Hey, that's cool. Yeah, let's just bring the heat. More of the aggro here. Kaboom, out of the blue. What went from a 1-1 turns into a disastrous 8-8. What is our hero going to do? Sacrifice the prism to keep it alive, please. And we've got the Heelcutter behind this, so that feels pretty good. Only way I see this going down... Really? Wow, gosh. I feel like I've mind-slavered him. Like, this is like how I'd want my opponent to be playing against this. Of course... Yeah, if this is the... Well, if this is the Forger, then it's just a 2-2. There's that. Okay. And we'll just drop the Heelcutter and... Well, I don't know if Heelcutter's the call here. If it's another mountain, I might just want to just swing. Let's see. Blow up that. Trade with everything else. Yeah, I'll cast Dasher here. I'm going to save that Bushwhacker. Let's see. We'll go from here. I'm going to save that Bushwhacker in case I draw a Reckless Charge or Reckless Abandon, whatever the hell that card is. I think he's learning his lesson. Affinity kind of needs artifacts to work. Oh, I was hoping that was the Forger. Turn on our Heelcutter. Think we got this one. We're at 20. We could still top deck Ultra Hate and the Gorilla Shaman, but And, you know, my sideboard might seem like a bit of an improvement, and I think it has been today, but make no mistake, if we faced nothing but control, that loss of 1 Pyroblast out of the sideboard would have felt very folly. So, got to be careful. We haven't won yet, but it definitely is feeling a little downhill. We know he's got 5 Galvanic Blasts in his hand, though, right? Even though there's 1 in his graveyard. All right. Well, let's see if this does it. We'll probably eat a Galvanic Blast to the face on this dude, but so be it. Is he going to let it get on the stack? It gets on the stack. This is great. Woo! Grizzly Fog. So it looks like we're going to 4-1 with red deck wins. No way he didn't do that first. He might be a little bit new to Affinity the way this game's played out. No offense. That's yet to be one deck I've played probably less than 3 times in my life. Okay, he kills that and takes 5. So he's got at least 27 Galvanic Blasts in his hand, even though there's no cards in his hand. Wink, wink. Sorry. Bad joke, getting worse. Watch, we end up losing this one. A Tog shows up. Is it 2? I think we got this, but, you know, he's got that other Galvanic Blast, of course. Bring this out. If I do that, he's got to have the answer. Does he got the Galvanic? Your opponent punted? Yeah. Hey, alright. So we 4-1 with red deck wins. We beat Mono Black. We lost to Delver. Then we beat Hexproof, which we shouldn't. We beat Stompy easily, which we shouldn't. It's usually a tough matchup in Affinity. That's about how it feels. We lose the first one and we win the second 2. Go over the list here real quick. How I ran it anyway. This is really standard. We got 17 Mountains, 4 Bushwhackers, 4 Cohorts, 4 Familiars, 4 Lightning Bolts, 4 Conscripts, ton of 1-drops, 3 Heelcutters, MVP of the deck, 4 BTEs, Burning-Tree Emissaries, 4 Dashers, 4 Cohorts, and if I'm not mistaken, 2 Fireblast, 4 Mutagenic, and 2 Reckless Abandon. I'm always tempted to turn these and these into just Chain Lightning for even more early game. Just get out of my way. Here come the 2/2s sort of thing. But like I said, every time I've done that, I've 3-2'd with the deck and not a 4-1. The sideboard, usually this deck runs 4 Electrickeries. I run 3. Usually this deck runs 3 Pyroblasts. I run 2. Those 2 cards make up for 2 Martyr of Ashes, which neither here nor there. I think we would have had the same record without. Are a little bit weaker to control, but this is a pretty fast deck, so they're on their heels usually anyway. 3 Shamans and 2 Flaring Pain, which saw no play today. But anyway, so yeah, it's about time we had a good outing. I would have liked it to be a 4-1, but what you gonna do? Anyway, I'm gonna roll to a few commercials and stuff, but that's gonna be it for me today in Pauperganda. If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, cool deck list ideas for next week's list, let me know. Remember, on the 24th we will not have a show, but we will in a week from today. I'll be online, as will Little Fight, Shirazamon, and all our friends. So hit us up for a game or 5 and we'll go from there. Anyway, guys, thanks again. This is Commune with the Gods on our exit here. We got a few little videos to play, but otherwise we'll see you next week on Pauperganda.
Oh, yes, you, the lad.
Do you think the Bible is particularly relevant to this generation?
Absolutely. More importantly, it's relevant to me and what I'm doing. Every day I think to myself, old chap, God was talking to you.
Yes, most certainly I didn't hear a word that was just said, because I only enjoy things that are about me. Like, of course, the Bible.
Are you saying the Bible was written about you?
Don't be ridiculous.
Yes, quite ludicrous. I wasn't listening, but I do know that I'm only in the Gospels, the book of Revelation, and of course Genesis. No, the Bible is not about me, but it is about me.
Ah, yes, me. Haven't heard a word you've said, but when I first wrote the Bible, this is good, I thought to myself, well, this silly thing will never sell.
You wrote the Bible?
Needless to say, I haven't been paying attention to any of this, but I was reminded of the time when I created the earth in 6 days and rested on the 7th.
So you're both God?
Both? I'm not quite sure
No
what
one
you're
else
referring
up here,
to, lad.
boys. There's only one person in
Choosing your words rather haphazardly. A
Two
careful
people.
choice when you use words.
Examine.
A perfect brew every time. Dawnbringer's Coffee. The rarest beans. Fire roasted. A one drop of perfection. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose bold, rich, legendary flavors. Choose Dawnbringer's Coffee. The angel on your shoulder.
Available at all fine Senior Superstores.
Attention Pauperganda Knights! Show your love of all things Papa with our Ultra Deluxe Playmats. And true to our Papa roots, the glorious artwork is 100% free.
Trying to give these guys everything they can get. I mean, that's it.
Just send an email to pauperganda@gmail.com with the subject 1, 2, or 3, and we'll send you the playmat file for free.
I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning.
All you need to do is visit our friends at inkgaming.com. Order yours today.